What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and I help people navigate through their awakening process. And this video is going to talk about how you can allow yourself to have a lot more joy and happiness and fun by not feeling guilty doing the things you enjoy doing. A couple weekends ago, I went out with my wife for the first time in several months as we've been moving, and now we're living in a new state now and don't know anybody. And we sort of settled in and went on sittercity.com and found us a nice babysitter to come watch the kids. We have 3 of them, mind you, and they're young. And so getting out for us in and of itself is just a liberating, an amazing experience. But for whatever reason, I felt compelled to smoke a little weed and to do some drinking, get some cocktails, and go out and get some awesome San Diego type authentic Mexican food. And at first I questioned this. I felt very nervous about this because I have not really smoked any weed or drank or anything for quite a while, several months now. And at first, again, I had this feeling of that's wrong, that's not good, that's toxic, that's bad, shouldn't do it. Felt nervous about it, like I might get in trouble for doing it. But because I haven't had those sorts of feelings in a while, they seem so foreign to me. I felt like, this is odd. I could just see more clearly the guilt, the foreign, misaligned beliefs that caused guilt with what welled up as a very natural seed of desire to have some earthly fun. And the contrast was very obvious, thankfully. So I chose to ignore the guilt, and I inquired about it a little while, and I discovered that, again, it just most likely stems back to being taught that those things are wrong and bad, and then perhaps even reinforcing them, being a spiritual guy, reading spiritual books, that a lot of sources tend to frown on those sorts of toxins, right? But because I've learned to acknowledge and validate and act from my natural joy, my natural excitement, I chose to, again, do the latter and go out and party a little bit. Very mildly. When I say party, a lot of you young guys, you might have a different idea of what that means. For me, it means, again, smoking a little bit of weed. Me and my wife went and walked along the beach, watched the sunset at Mission Beach, went to a few different places to eat, actually. The way me and my wife like to do our date nights, at least what we used to do, is we'd fast all day. We'd eat nothing. We'd save all our calories for this epic feast. So we'd go sometimes to multiple restaurants and get multiple dinners, actually. And that's what we did. We got some sushi, watched the finalizing of the sunset, got some awesome Mexican food, had some tequila flights and a couple of margaritas, and oh my God, it was a blissful night. It was one of the best nights, which actually did, believe it or not, had a very profound underlying spiritual, divine quality to it. It wasn't just the mere fleeting euphoria that you get from indulging in such things. It was something beyond that. It felt right. It was in alignment. The point is, if I would have listened to other people's opinions, even my own doubts, my own fears, my own judgments, I would have blocked that experience. I would have chosen not to do any of those things. Who knows? Maybe we would have went and hiked and meditated. That's fine. I love it too. I just got done hiking. But there is a time for that thing. If you know what? I'm going to rephrase it. There's not a time that everyone must designate the partying. That's not what I'm saying. My point is, you'll always be doing the right thing if you follow your heart and follow your natural excitement. In my case, apparently, my authentic self enjoys smoking a little weed and having a few drinks and eating some badass Mexican food. Good, I'm glad, because I enjoy it too. And I followed that. So my point is, always honor yourself. A lot of people I talk to, they have these desires, these true desires, and they confess them to me. And a lot of times they fall way outside the confines of typical spirituality type requirements and what is acceptable. And then they feel guilty and they're on the fence about it. They don't know whether the right thing to do is. And a lot of times, if you have a true excitement, and you ignore it, you suppress it because you've labeled it, you've been taught to label it a certain way as being bad, wrong, not good, not spiritual, low vibration, toxic, etc., you're literally preventing yourself from having fun, from having joy, from having happiness. And it's a disservice to yourself, a disservice to humanity, because what humanity needs is people to start doing what feels right, following their heart, being their true selves, regardless of what sometimes a lot of people might think about it. That's the whole indigo spirit, going against the grain, even in the spiritual community. That, in my opinion, has a lot of rigidity and that needs to be broken down. And I'm happy to be part of that because a lot of my content, my videos, runs way against the grain. And I actually enjoy that about it, to be honest. But the whole point of this video is to always follow your excitement. Not what you've been conditioned to habitualize as a means of experiencing relief, like escape and a high. I'm talking that depth, that deep welling up of that, yeah, oh wow, that, oh yes, those good, like yes, where you feel that flow of light energy come from within you that has a direction, that has a purpose, that has, I want to do this because it excites me, because it sounds exciting, it sounds fun. Go with that. Go with that always. And it does take a certain level of mastery to discern between, again, what has become a habit of getting high, or a habit of chasing some sort of euphoria over and over and over again as a means of escaping. I'm not suggesting that. There's a difference, and you all know that, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you guys again, because that was sort of a breakthrough for me, because I found that I was going against all the advice I'm giving now for quite a while there, and I'm very happy to be aware of that now, because I'll certainly be a lot more quick to question my own inner barriers and inner blocks and inner feelings of guilt about things that, again, naturally come up for me. So take that for what you will, guys. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Have an amazing day. Thank you for everything. I will speak to you tomorrow. Namaste.